Hello and welcome to Coffee with Carey. Thank you for stopping by today. I appreciate it. If you're new, I'm Carey. I'm a matchmaker, I'm a dating coach, and I have this channel. We talk about relationships and dating 99% of the time. Every once in a while, I throw something random at you just because I feel like it, and I think maybe you would learn something else, and some people would enjoy it. But most of the time, it's what I'm an expert at that I feel I could share it with you and help you out in some way, maybe. Today we're talking about flirting. This one's actually for the guys today because often in the comments when I talk about flirting, guys will show up there in the comments and say, yeah, I can't flirt. Women just think that's creepy nowadays. And I think sometimes women think that's creepy because it depends on how you do this. There's a best practice in flirting, there's don'ts. And I think maybe today we could talk about some of the differences to make sure that if you're out there and you're trying to flirt with women, understanding the differences between men and women when it comes to flirting so that you have better odds of success. That's what's on the agenda today. Hope you'll stick around for that conversation. I don't want to be creepy. I don't want to appear creepy to women, they say. I get it. Nobody wants to appear creepy. But I think first and foremost, it's important to understand that men and women view flirting very differently. Women view it as fun. So you would want to have a playful attitude about it if you're trying to appeal to a woman's sense of flirting. Whereas guys seem to view flirting as a means to an end. For them, it's more of a mating strategy, must flirt first in order to start a conversation, to get her number, to ask her out. And women think it's just kind of a fun thing. It's just like the same way they think about often kissing. Lots of women think that kissing is a fun activity. I don't know if men think that. They've never told me that, actually, now that I mention it. But women often mention that. So I guess if they're mentioning it, maybe it's because that part is true. And if a man doesn't, I'm assuming that he views it maybe a little differently. Maybe, again, as a means to an end. I'm not saying I know because I don't. So I'm not going to make any assumptions. Not making any sweeping generalizations or assumptions around here when I can help it, and try to keep everybody else from doing that as well in the comment section. So I guess number one, we should say that words, body language, and physical contact are the most common ways that people flirt. And women have a preference here as well, and that is the standard flirting works well for them. They don't seem to, this is according to studies, seem to love you being super sly about it or creative, trying something different that you think is clever. If it's the standard flirting stuff, women seem to feel comfort and safety in that, so they're likely to respond more positively if your flirting is something they recognize easily as flirting. Number one, great eye contact. Whether you're across the room or you catch them walking in from a distance, you hold that gaze a little bit longer so they know there's a little interest on your part. That's the first step to creating a conversation with them a little later in this flirtatious dance, as it were. Giving them a little extra attention. It's hard for me. I like the first one, I'm like picturing you're at some get together and you see this person across the room, but that's not always how it works. You could be trying to flirt with somebody at work. You could be in much closer proximity for some reason than catching someone's gaze across the room. So adjust this for your situation, but in these situations, you would know that I'm picturing that you hold someone's gaze a little longer, or that if you're speaking with them in a group of people, you're giving them a little extra attention to show that you're very interested in hearing what they want to say by making great eye contact with them in that way and being focused on what they want to share or say to you. In body language, you want to maintain a posture that is open to this person. Most people don't feel that you're open to them or engaged if your body language is closed off or you're sitting, turned away from them while you're talking to them. You want to mirror their body language and face them and be as open as they are. And that makes somebody feel comfortable with you and know that you're making the effort, even though they're probably reading that subconsciously. Flattery, very old school types of things make women feel very comfortable. Flattery will get you everywhere, as they say. And giving somebody a compliment goes a very long way in letting somebody know that you're interested or that you noticed. Oh, did you cut your hair? Or your hair looks really pretty today. If it's somebody that you know, or if you're just meeting somebody, you can say, I had to come over and say, hello, you're the prettiest woman in the place. If you're a woman and you see a guy, you can walk up and say, I saw your blue eyes from across the room. I just want to say hello. Or you can say, I really like your shirt as you're passing by somebody, or that color blue looks really nice on you, and then carry about your business and see how they respond. Just putting little things out there, little crumbs for somebody to pick up on, and you see if they do, that they're also sharing some interest back. These are very common old school flirting practices, and they have not disappeared over the ages. They're still something that people recognize, which is my next point. People know flirting when they see it. They recognize it when they see it. If it's something that they've seen in the movies, they've heard about, they've read about, the standard flirting practices don't usually ever come off as creepy. Also, one of the bonuses to keeping it rather standard practice flirting is that you have deniability. And that's kind of like the backup plan, right? If somebody shows that they're not interested, you can always play it off as, I was just saying something nice, right? I just noticed you had nice eyes, or I just thought it was a cool looking shirt, is what you can, deny in your own heart, right? Or if it came to it, you could just say that. If they're like, are you flirting with me? Are you flirting with me? No, I just wanted to tell you that shirt looked really nice on you, right? Jessica's color looks nice on her too. Anyway, deniability is something that we like in flirting. It gives us an opportunity to put some distance between ourselves and a failed attempt. So in conclusion, subtle and safe, that kind of a strategy is more likely to equal success. And then I would recommend, of course, that you check out my entire episode I did very recently about flirting. It's going to go into more depth, more detail, give you more strategies than what I've shared with you here. And I'll put that at the end of this episode. Keeping it simple is the best strategy, and I'm not going to say KISS, keep it simple, stupid, because I'm giving you all the credit that you're here, you're trying, you're learning, you're making the effort, and you want to know more, and I really always admire that. So I hope you found this interesting and or helpful. If you did, please give the episode a thumbs up, like my mama, that's my mommy right there. And also, if you subscribe, don't forget to hit the ring bell, because then you're notified every time a new episode goes live. I'll look forward to the next time we hang out. And until then, thank you again. Have a good one.